Here a match. Chua, of course, trying to stay on top. DeWong, who's started rough on day one. I don't think he won a match. I think he went 0 for 3, but won something like 6 out of 10 cents. So he's wanting to get a sure into that final 10, but another victory is definitely 2 out of his last 2 matches. I think gets him in for sure. But no more as this moves on to break the balls.
DeWong sitting at 6 of 13. Chua right now with an opportunity once again to extend his lead to 12 of 13, which is mighty impressive in this format this week.
Yeah, very impressive. Okay, great starter. Okay. He's just playing it lightly.
And on table number 2, real quick, I mean, Shaw was trailing 3 games to 0 to Capito. Now at the table, nothing real great, but a chance to tie it up. Wong putting a little extra attention to this. Notice the 5-7 top right here. Gonna play the pink in the lower right, I believe.
Yeah, looks like it's the combination on the 8. Shouldn't be a problem. Looks like he's got plenty of angle to go the rail and come back out.
Is he considering the pink off the 8 and maybe somehow get into the 5, or is it too steep?
Yeah, I think you got to play the combo, I think, and then go. Be unlucky not to be able to get something to get to the back of that purple.
Being this close to the purple. Gonna play it to the top left, I believe.
Yeah, go around the 7, it appears. Watch out. Watch out. Okay, great shot.
And got a lot out of that. Really looked pretty good here in rack number 1.
Yeah, I think the first day. One zero. Chua to break in game number 2. Played obviously very well. I think the breaks improved a lot the last 2 days. Seems a bit more power, a little more consistent with the one down in the middle. Just as I talked about it. Not a whole lot of power, and definitely not the one in the middle.
Nope, you dogged it, JJ.
Yeah.
It's very rare. We call that the commentator's curse. Very awkward on the one. Can he even go forward, Jeremy, if he plays the one to the top left? I don't know. It's not a lot of fun, is it?
That scratch, it appears, may cut it in the side.
Just crossing it over above the 3 here. A little hard, I think. 7 might get him.
Yeah, I think a little fortunate if he does get the snooker. A little heavy-handed. Wanted the one to drift a little more with that cue ball coming down towards the bottom cushion.
Really is no question.
Robbie Capito takes a 4-2 lead over Jason Shaw. That's on table 2. 2 guys in the clear, heading towards the next round, but of course everything carries over, so everything worth winning these matches. Just get the gap here on.
Well, he's gotten a favorable rub off of the 5. We know he did not play it like that. As soon as he made contact, made a little sound that told us he was not doing that intentionally. All is well. There's a good look there. Just go to the side if he'd have liked with the 8. Really in line to do so. Can't fault any of these guys for coming up above, though. A little thinner on the 9 than he'd like.
Yeah, we know him stay aggressive, and again, kind of lives and breathes behind making those big shots. Real good stuff from both players so far. Tied at 1 apiece on serve. Here's a look at table 2, Jason Shaw. This is from the break. Had to make a couple kind of trick shots here. The first couple. He's in decent position. You wouldn't say too many easy ones get away. Pretty key for him, and He's going to be tough coming down these last few days here at the PLP.
Yeah, and don't let that shot fool you. He had no problem. To the split screen now. Shaw on the 8. Duong on the 2. And what's he got? Double J.
He's looking at a 2-9 combination right in the face, really, but I don't know. He might shoot it and draw the cue ball. I don't know. Doesn't mind a big shot, that's for sure. Let him rip. Thought he might try and draw the cue ball if he shot it. It's a little something on the 3. You can see the pink kind of sticking out, so that leads to the rest of these balls on the bottom end.
You're really stretched out here. Does that affect getting the cue ball back above the 3? There's nothing wrong with going to the lower right on the 3, but now using the bridge.
Yeah, I don't think he was going to try to get up above it. I think he was just going to take his shot.
Yeah, it has a lot to do with the stretch as well, right, Jay?
Oh, yeah, for sure. 100%.
Not the most of that. Getting the cue ball way off the rail. Catching it, the 3 to the thin side of the pocket.
Yeah, he's got to play a little bit of a touchy one here. I don't know if he's dead rolling, just kind of stunning. Yeah. Good shot. Robbie Capito on table 2 has broken. Made the 1 like he's been doing all week. Dressed up nicely on the 2. He's in good position to maybe get a clearance and another victory. Jason hasn't lost many.
Yeah, no doubt, Jay. And the spreads Capito continues to get after the break kind of stand out in a league of their own as well. Just going to drift forward here for the 8.
And after CSVB and the 2 Americans, Tyler Steyer, getting ready for a match here at the end of the afternoon session.
And then Capito, 4 balls away from defeating Shaw. It's landed real good on the 6.
Yeah, and he's been very, very consistent. Probably, of course, not the best record, but up there, and I think probably the most consistent throughout each rack and match. Robbie Capito. They're on your right now. Just, you know, when you're breaking and getting shots, you just take advantage. That's what gets you going and keeps you in a stroke.
Yeah. Capito and Shaw tied right now. Both 10 of 13. This will advance Capito into a tie with Chua, although Chua is obviously mid-match right now versus the Martian.
Yeah, we'll see a push out from Chua. We'll see a chip in 8-9 for Capito. I didn't really see Jason do a whole lot wrong. Didn't see the very beginning of the match when he trailed 3-0. Look for both these to make a deep run in this PLP, playing so well. We'll have another match here on table 2 here shortly.
Can't tell if he can get to the back of the tube, but if his finger's right there, that tells me he can. And really? Okay, so this was on a rollout.
Yeah, and it's a little surprised he passed it with the 4 there. I mean, seems like you can get a lot of control. You may even get a very good snooker.
Yeah, very surprised he passed it, Jay.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel good about sticking the cue ball on the bottom no matter who you are. And of course, you may need something favorable on the 2, but, you know, I would say it was 50-50 to get that favorable bump.
Well, he's got a clear piece of the 9 and all of the 3.
I'll take that.
One of those where you've either got to do one of 2 things: control the speed of the object ball, worry about the cue ball later, or control the cue ball. It's hard to do both.
Yeah. I like what he was doing, just trying to get back behind the 3-9.
Yeah, like what I said though, Jay, right? Isn't that one of those ones, it seemed like, where you just have to focus on one of the 2 balls, whether it be the cue ball or the 2 ball? Neither of them worked out.
Yeah, good call there, freezing. Looks like it's going to be SVB and Aniette to tee it off here on table number 2. You're lagging right now. Overall, pretty good.
Yeah, another good look at it. And yeah, don't let him fool you. He's really kind of picked it up over the last 24, 48 hours. Started out losing 9 in a row. Won at least a couple as of late.
Yeah, he won 2 out of 3 yesterday. But just looked better at the table. Looked a lot more confident, knocking balls in.
Yeah, and he's got 3 wins under his belt.
Oh, did he win all 3 yesterday? Is that what happened?
3 of 13. Kachi, same record.
3 of 13. So he won 1 today. Nice shot there, getting out to the center of the table. That's pretty ideal. Guys made some runs on the World 9-Ball Tour. ranking event, but the field was so class, you know, kind of a warm-up for that UK Open. Believe it or not, top 20 guys were there. Really nice pool room there in Glasgow. Just getting by the 9. Now knotted at 2 apiece. Always broke the balls pretty well. I think he's gotten better for sure. Definitely believes himself to, you know, backs himself to knock in the tough ball, and all that's a good culmination of things that turn into a lot of matches won, and he's looking for that big title.
You see Shane knocking 2 to the top right, looking to see where he can fall on the pink 4. A lot of these guys will use the side pocket. Looks pretty amped up, Shane, which is a good sign, right? Maybe really trying to put the foot on the gas here just past the midway point.
Cue ball nasty back and forth there. Just a little flick. And yeah, I think Shane's gearing up to play his best pool from here on out the rest of this trip till he heads back to America. Shane not going to play a few events for a bit. Going to be has a few exhibition matches and some a little wide to the pocket there, but not much of a threat of missing it. Johan on the first. A little lead. Wong tied it up. SVB looking to win that first game against Aniat. A little short side on the 8. SVB did get that 9 down. Looks like he's got to draw this to the long rail right here where he's standing and back over. And then you can tell, I mean, even though it's hard to get much of a read or a tell on Duong, you can just see the difference in the two players, the complexion of what they're playing for at the moment. One's feels like it's his tournament life, and the other's just looking to improve, knowing they're advancing, that being Johan Chua. Top of the board at the moment. Chua to break 3-2 lead. Yeah, I think he's been more consistent with the 1. think days 1 and 2, I think we saw a lot more variance with his break. Got a little more freedom with the push out with the 2 covered up for the upper right by the pink. Really gives you here more options.
And there he calls the push out going to the lower right corner here. Probably not going to get this back, I wouldn't assume. Just a lot of options, really, as to what you can do. One being bank the 2 back down towards the 9. Maybe just play something a little simpler than that. And cross the face of it, go towards the 3. Can you 2 rail the 2 around and tuck behind the pink? There's some options. That's really what I was thinking he could do. Got a good rub off the 3, let's be fair, but created the distance and hit the 2 really well. Jump kick to the right long rail. It's going to work out.
Yeah, it's going to work out real well with the 3 on the top end. Yeah, not really anything he doesn't possess in his. See the same in the regular singles events, you know, just the regular majors. Might shoot at this. He's floating behind the 4. Like pretty good speed.
Need to get away with one here. I don't think this is going to roll off by any means. It's kind of going to nowhere there, right? I think you've just got to make good contact.
And you're just kicking towards congestion. High percentage hit this way, you know. Maybe the 3 or the cue ball continues downward towards some of these other balls. You never know. Could give up a combination, but it's odd.
I think it's laying actually pretty good here. Just got to cut it from the top side a tad bit. A chance to tie this up at 3 apiece. Tied the pink up at the same time, but Chua at the table quickly. The 8, a big ball here if you're trying to come 1-2 up towards the 9 and 4.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to play this with a lot of spin and try and hit before the 8. He's good at this shot. Might bank it. Let the cue ball go. Some draw.
I think he's just got to beat the 5 here.
Yeah, he got it thick. Really was playing the cue ball the whole way, of course. I think SVB, we've talked about a little equipment here and there. I think he's added the long extension back. I think so, anyways. Nice hit.
Yeah, pretty good there. Recognizing any inside of that ball is going to get you back up table to do something with the pink. I mean, I think the bank is available here. Clearly, you can lay him up behind the 9. Bank was available. Missed an early 3-9 combination. He gets the 5 down. He's going to have a 6-7 combination. Here's another look at the bank. Straight into the back of the pocket. In to the side. At this shot, does it slow down and give him a look to the top left? Wow.
Yeah, that's 27 feet with the cue ball to short side on the 6.
Yeah, what Jeremy's talking about is if he decided to just try to stop right there, he's going to probably finish on the rail. I think he's got to go forward. That's going to cause a miss when you do that.
It's not one you can say it's just a hanger, right? You got to just dial in pretty well. You can see a little bit of emotion. I think the decision was just fine, though.
It just continues to knock the big balls in.
Yeah, and to get to the hill. 4-2. SVB up 3-0. Seems he's dialing that one in quite a bit. That being SVB. Worked on it last night for a couple hours, it seemed. And again, I think looking to shine from here on out.
Yeah, last night, speaking of, he was telling me, he said he just can't get a look on the 2. I think those looks are starting to happen. And when that comes together, well, it's a recipe for big trouble in the rest of the field. After the break, I still believe he is, well, when he's feeling good, the best player in the world.
Yeah, he seems up for it. Wong just broke the balls on the main table. He's got a long distance 1 ball automatic position with the 2 in the lower right.
And the 1 catches the upper point. Maybe a little thick there. The cue ball finishing up top.
Yeah, awkward cueing, and anytime you're behind the ball, especially a little distance, can be missable. Usually swings with a lot of confidence, though. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean, 100 miles an hour or anything like that, but just you can see just not a whole lot of quiver in the stroke. Believes in what he's doing.
Really pure there to avoid any contact with another ball as well. It can stay below the 3. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. Got some work. 4's up table, 5 back down, 6 back up top. So he's got to make a nice out here to survive in this match.
Does he come to the 3rd rail? Below and around the 6, or just hold
Yeah,
up top?
maybe. I think he can just roll it with like a straight high and be okay. He's going to get a hair thin, but you can handle a lot on the 5. So 3 rail is pretty natural though. So he's sizing up, okay, where am I getting if I just keep it simple on the 3? Is that good enough?
Yeah, you can't fault him at all. You know you're going to get in a good vicinity on the pink, and he was able to hold it really well.
Yeah, good stroke. Very imperative to get off the rail, off that second cushion. Yeah. Not even close to what he wanted there, and may get a sliver of the 8. If he does, he'll certainly. 6, he wasn't in love with it, and it wasn't a terrible, obviously, but just can always get a. It's a sweet one.
Yeah, it's one of those ones you and I talk about, Jay, where he's kind of just got the perfect look to catch the edge of the ball. And yacht Vietnam just missed the 6 to the top right to get on the board. Every single game at this point does matter. There's no doubt he came a little wider with the cue ball there than he expected. Shane is going to get that win, 5-0. Chua, as Jeremy just touched on a bit ago, he seems to be getting more and more dialed in with the one ball.
Yeah, Labutus and Manis next on table 2. All right, pretty natural. Looks like to go right around the 3, 2 cushions. Really, got to get from the 4 to the 5 here later. The pink 4. This looks like as much a shot as he'll have in this rack to try and win another match.
He's gone from the high ball to the low ball. He really does favor the low ball a lot. Wow, the wraparound up and down.
It's a bump. And that's all about like preference to pocket the ball much more than position itself. Sure, looked pretty good to go around the 3 ball 2 cushions, and so maybe just like I said, felt good about it knocking the 2 in with the draw stroke.
Yeah, going forward here, probably behind pink 4.
Going to the jump cue. Not going to get a ton of speed on this just because you got to get up quickly over the pink 4. So the energy is going to be going upward more than out. So it's kind of all or nothing unless he gets behind the 8 and 9 maybe. Made it go forward, so that gives him other options to possibly get safe.
Wow. Yeah, he really got everything he could out of the cue ball there. Coming all the way down now below the 8 in between. Man, I am surprised here. It looked like you just took a little bit of the English off, kept a high ball, or maybe even accidentally checked it a little bit, because with that angle, Jeremy, I never dreamed he wouldn't get below the 8.
Yeah, it looked really natural. As long as he got the second bounce off that second rail or the bounce off that second. Okay, he's going to give up a good shot.
Yeah, and really putting himself in a position to where it could affect him a little bit going forward, obviously. Automatic to qualify, but for 14, definitely can't do any damage to Duong either. He could get to 7 out of 14, starting out really rough. But you have to take advantage when the layout is there, and that just won't get it. He's going to have to try and dice this in. The problem is he's going to go at the 9 or the 8. I don't like playing defense from this position, so you've got to stay aggressive. Pretty good there. You know you're catching the 8 heavy, but Another look at it. The 8 didn't freeze. It actually came off just a touch. Makes this ball a little bit more difficult. You've got to catch it going in. Not out of the woods yet. And you can see the body lunge there was totally uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, his little shoulder into the shot there. 2 8-balls he's missed to that upper corner. Johan made an unbelievable shot out of that corner pocket on a missed 8 earlier from Duong. Now I think he probably goes here.
Yeah, I agree, Jay. Lower left corner here with the bank.
I think it's just going to be hard to make long rail banks on these tables with a lot of speed. It seems like not only does the ball kind of get in the air a little bit, you lose the line of the object ball, but regroup after a missed 8. All right, that's better.
Yeah, and today a little different story with the matches on the TV table. I'm seeing several of them go the distance. Things starting to tighten up a little bit. And game number 1 here. Wong Kwok Wong to break.
And the 2's going to end up on the top cushion. Noticing some players that they probably want Chua to keep winning, and that's what you're going to want if there's some of those players up top and there's going to be a major or let's say a sizable group around that cut line. If you're one of those players, you're going to want those guys on the top to keep doing their thing.
Yeah, very good point. Very valid.
Should be able to control this coming off the left, I thought, but swinging the cue ball around behind the 6, but maybe not. Maybe it's not that easy.
Does he want to use the 5? I think he's going to that shot, Jay.
Yeah.
What you just said. Now softly. Does he have a sliver of the 2? And going to the top rail now. Can find cover on the back of the purple here. Want to hit this ball going in. Oh, he's just going to fly at it. And that's why. Now the 8.
His extension already here on this kick shot on the 2. Shaved off the 8, knocked the 8, and the path of the cue ball getting at the red 3. and cut it in. Actually missed it going in, caught it coming back out.
Purple 5.
So you're going to try and use the 3, hold on the 6, and come back and just use the 7 as the snooker? Cut the 3 into the rail and kind of roll by the 7? Maybe don't really think going for the bank.
All right, he's got to look to the left side. Remember the pink 4 down here to the lower right. Now you're going to go into the edge of the brown 7, I believe. Probably going to hit this with some speed. Yeah, I think it was well deserved.
Yeah, he really pured it. He's going to get a lot on the cue ball. Notice Tyler Steyer and Moritz Newhausen sweating the big screen here. And Moritz, of course, maybe a hair interested just for the, thinking about the standings, and the couple are ahead of him. But I think it's Tyler Steyer really looking at DeWong's record and thinking that he's really pulling for Chua in this match.
Yeah, you could say that again. Steyer sitting at 5 of 13, so looking for Chua to steal this somehow. DeWong, 6 of 13. Put him at 7 of 13 if he can get this in.
Manis did get out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this has gotten away and gotten very, very difficult.
And I misspoke. I'm at 7 of 14 it would be. Tyler sitting at 5 of 13 currently. He will have another match coming up.
And not sure. Maybe on the break I'll look it over. But I wonder if we have a head-to-head in the evening that could be just basically a tiebreaker in itself. That being a head-to-head match and a great recovery there.
Oh, yeah, what a great shot. He's got to come with one more good one. Not making it easy, but that is not easy what he just did.
Yeah, good point. I think the 7 could give him a lot of confidence on this 8. This one's been missed a little thick to this upper right a few times.
I think just commit to getting the ball down, really. Oh, he did commit. Wow, 2 great strokes, Jeremy.
Yeah, and he's got a great stroke and plays with a lot of confidence usually, and very entertaining match.
Yeah, and Tyler Steyer actually just looked at me like, can you believe the 2 balls DeWong just come with there? He's got one more to get down.
Yeah, that was a great match and a great comeback, even though it was just a game behind, but it felt like it was a big comeback. And
oh, you can see the emotion there from DeWong. It was big to him.
yeah, for sure. Chua and DeWong will both be back. We have another match coming. Stay tuned.